This is the CHRILLCAST. I'm Chris.
And I'm Billy, not Will.
And as you can tell below, he's crossed Will out. He's replacing Will full time now. No, I'm just kidding.
I never see you.
So today is Manic Monday, and since Will's not here, I'll do it. It's Manic Monday. Today, I just want to start with PUBG has just reached 70 million sales.
Jesus. That honestly, I could see it. That game was getting pretty big for a while, man.
What else is that 70 million? Billy's channel. No, I'm just kidding. But
Yeah!
why don't you tell everybody about your channel?
Hey, I make a ton of different content. I do a lot of story time stuff. I do a lot of movie reviews. I do a lot of things. But the latest one I made, which I'm very proud of, was Avatar: The Live Action Review, which I was very happy with. I did a lot of editing on it, but yeah, I do a lot of that kind of stuff. And if you're into movie reviews, I have a lot more coming. I'm working on one right now, and I'm very excited to put another one out.
And currently his views are 1313, so he's going to be dropping Star Wars 1313 on his own.
You heard it here first, boys.
Just kidding. It's the code, the conspiracy. No, but go check out Billy's content. It's really awesome, and I love it. I watch all of them, every single one. I don't miss a video. Okay, I have it on. I have the notification bell on, as you can see here. So
yes, please hit that. Love it.
Later this week, we're going to be having multiple other guests because it's a weird week. All right, we're going to have FU Game Crew on for Tuesday and Wednesday. If I could spell his freaking channel right. There we go. This guy, Shane, from FU Game Crew, is on Tuesday and Wednesday. And then we also have another YouTuber that's near and dear to Billy and I on Friday as our guest judge.
I love the boy. I love Shane, too. Shane, you're also awesome.
So, oh, that's not it.
Yeah,
What?
that's him. That's Tell Me More. Our buddy, our good old pal.
No, Timmy from Tell Me More is on. I don't know how I messed that up.
I'm linking that for everyone from now on.
YouTube.com/TELLMEMORETMM. I used his Twitter tag on accident. I did Tell Me More YT instead of Tell Me More TMM. So Timmy, now we know why you didn't get Tell Me More YT as your URL. It's because that guy exists. So
He's got some hard
take him down. Take him down. No. So look forward to that. We got segments with a lot of people, but mostly everything has Billy. So go to youtube.com/VISNAWESOME. YouTube.com/VISNAWesome.
I love you for it. You guys are always the best. I'm happy to be back on here.
Happy to be back. So today, aside from his 70 million subscribers, we're also talking about Apple making a console again? What? Didn't they learn their lesson from the Pippin?
I forgot about that, man. Oh my god.
Apple Pippin. That's a video on Adam Corlick's channel. He talked all about the Pippin and how Power Rangers plays on it somehow.
The first big thing I was introduced to about Apple making a console was the first screen cap I seen was PS5 has competition, and I'm like, all right, interested. I'm like, let's see where this goes.
So I think it's more likely they're going to release the Apple TV 4K Plus or something like that, and it'll just have a bundle with a controller, or something along those lines. And it makes sense because Apple's developing their own processors again, so they're going completely in-house now with even their computer division. So everything's going to be essentially an Apple-made processor at this point. So it makes sense that they would just upgrade the internals of the Apple TV and make it more suitable for gaming. It just makes complete sense. So that's my guess. I don't believe for a second that Apple's actually going to enter the console market. They've threatened to do it so many times and never actually done it. So I just significantly doubt it.
Well, I'll give them credit, man. With Apple, they really have their hand in a lot of stuff lately. And their user interfaces, like, I love Android and Apple, but their UIs are really, really good. I'd love to see what they put out. I really would.
Just not the Pippin 2.
Please check out the Pippin 2. Buy it on Amazon.
Also, go watch Adam's video on it. It's a really great recap of why Apple and Bandai should never, ever release the Pippin 2. But he has one. He's one of the few people in America that has an Apple Pippin. So go check out his video. Shout out. Adam Clark.
Adam is definitely worth it.
He was an
He is a
OG
good
subscriber of this channel, number 66. I'll have you know. So, cool dude, very cool dude. Shout out to Adam. And then yeah, so we're gonna talk about this game, Skull and Bones. It's a Ubisoft game that came out or was supposed to come out like a year ago and 2 years ago, and until the most latest delay was supposed to come out this year. So now they're talking 2021, 2022, and they're rebranding it as a battle royale. So it's a Black Flag inspired pirates game, Assassin's Creed Black Flag. It was announced in 2018 that they're going to delay it to 2019, 2020, which I just talked about. No one was surprised by the delay because this is the Ubisoft Singapore's first game. So this is a first game for a fledgling studio. And recently now they're talking about rebranding it as a battle royale, which is what we just talked about. I personally think a ships on the high seas battle royale game could be insanely popular. I mean, look at Sea of Thieves. It's got a steadily building audience over time. Imagine, instead of like exploration being the main game, just taking down these big ships on teams being just like, that is the goal of the game. Like I just can imagine how many historical ships could be in this game, how many new ships could be in this game. You could go modern versus, historical. You could have like submarine battles if you got really creative with it. I just think this is a great idea.
No, man, I'm with you, dude. Like one of the biggest things is I've lived through, especially working where I work. I won't name it, but working where I work, I've gone through a lot of like battle royales, and I've seen a lot of I've seen the turn of it. I've seen people go through a lot of different ones, Fortnite, PUBG, all of them. But this one adds something different. I think this one's really going to be interesting, especially in terms of like you said, being able to add modern ones, being able to add like historic ones. But I think it's going to be cooler too because it kind of puts a little more emphasis, in my opinion, on teamwork. And I think like while we have like Apex where it's like teams of 3, like this doesn't really feel like that. This doesn't feel like one guy can kind of just stay alive the entire time. Like if you I haven't seen the whole thing on it yet and seen how it works and everything, but I assume you have to have more than one person to operate your ship. And that would be so interesting. You take out somebody's captain, or you take out you blow one of their cannons out, and one of the players can't use that side of the ship. Like there's so many ideas that could work so well here.
Not to mention, if one ship goes down, that doesn't have to be the end. You could board the other ship and take it over and win the game.
That would be
so many
cool.
objectives that could be different. Like, can you imagine like the amount of different rewards you could get? Like, took over the enemy ship, sent the captain over the edge. Took out all enemy cannons, took out the enemy sails, left them in the middle of the bay, and docked your boat and left them there to die. I don't know. There's just so many options for these ship battles. I feel like the possibilities are endless, and if they explore it in the right way, it could be really awesome.
Yeah, no, I wholeheartedly agree. And again, Assassin's Creed 4 was one of my favorites. We talked a little bit about this prior, but it's one of my favorite Assassin's Creeds. And if they're gonna do anything like it, I think Ubisoft is the right person for this.
Either that or Rare.
Yeah,
Sea of Thieves, man. One or the other. But I think this game is tuned up on. Whoa, that was interesting. Can you imagine if they brought in the Black Pearl? Like they got some Disney Pirates of the Caribbean tie-ins.
That would be such a good tie-in, man. I would like that a lot.
Or like if the Black Pearl was an AI-controlled ship that would just come in to just muck stuff up. Like
that would be, and I think Ubisoft is such the right choice on this one. Like I really think, and not saying they got picked for it, but like, oh man, a Black Pearl tie-in. Like I think they could definitely get that in their wheelhouse, man.
That'd be
like
so
I
cool.
really do.
So what do you think about this as far as an audience goes? Do you think there's an audience for this?
Huge. In my opinion, I never jump on like an idea crazy. Like I would never be like, oh, I'm gonna give all this support to something that really hasn't seen a lot of people jump on because it hasn't really been done yet. But I can say personally that I knew a lot of people were really excited for Sea of Thieves when it first came out, and the only reason that didn't go as well is because. And I like Sea of Thieves now, and I really don't want to. I think Rare is a fantastic developer, studio, but I know it had a rocky start. Like the first year was rocky for them because they didn't have a lot of content, and a lot of things weren't really going the way they wanted. So a lot of people didn't jump on it until later in the game when they added a lot more. So I think this is perfect because I think all the fans that were really excited for Sea of Thieves are gonna jump on this one, and and then you also have the crowd of people that are really excited for battle royales jumping on this same thing. Like, I think it has a huge market. Like, honestly, I think they're gonna hit a gold mine with this personally.
I hope they do. I'm actually really excited about this one. And considering that Sea of Thieves left some potential options that would get people into the game on the table, this could be like the Sea of Thieves essentially crowd could do both this and Sea of Thieves and be happy with both. Like, let's say you just want to be casual one night, you play Sea of Thieves, and then the next day you're like, I'm feeling competitive, I'm ready to do this. Boom. And then like weather could be such a big factor. Waves. Like, let's just say the game is going too long. Like, let's say you want to limit the match like 30 minutes. Now, instead of being a direct a battle 1v1, ship v ship, now it's who can survive the weather. Like, there's just many factors that could go into this game, and if they do enough of them, I'm laying down money and I'm gonna be a battle royale player.
Yeah, that's the same way I feel. It's like, I've never jumped in battle royales either, but this one, truthfully, man, like, if I got a good team with me and everything, I would have such a fun time. I really know I would.
And if this is successful, I would love to see like historical battlefield type battle royales where like you got like tanks and planes and I want to see this now.
And we are not sponsored by Ubisoft. We are just genuinely excited.
Now, the last question I have is, what other battle royale genres have yet to be explored that we would love to see?
I can easily say, like, I would, in the same aspect, like, I would love to see like a maybe like kind of going coming out with like how they're doing squadrons for Star Wars again. Like, I would like to see maybe some space battles or something, man. Like, something along those lines. I think that would be pretty cool.
I want to see a Dragon Rider battle royale game.
Dude, I haven't heard that title in a long time, but I would be really excited for that.
I would love to see like or even if they just brought back that Platinum Games thing, the what's that one that got canceled years ago?
Was it Scalebound?
Scalebound. I would love to see that one actually happen. I don't know if that would be a battle royale title, but I would love to see it. So
it would be perfect. I would like to see that too, man.
All right, so Billy has to exit for the Matrix. So, do you have any final thoughts on this?
I'm gonna give it to Ubisoft before I get downloaded. I think that they are gonna have a good time. Like, I think they're gonna have a big IP on their hands, and especially after the rough seas they faced with their last couple games. And I know they're really restructuring their company ever since the release of their other stuff. I think this is a step in the right direction. I can see Ubisoft killing it with this if they pull it off right, man.
100%. I agree with you entirely, and I'm definitely willing to put money down on this if they actually, bring it to the table with everything we've talked about. Even if they give half of what we've talked about, I would probably be willing to try it at the very least. So, all right. Billy's going to get composed by the didact, and I'm Chris.
And I'm Billy.
And we will see you
on the next CHRILLCAST.
Oh.